The Immortal Count. Count Conan was a malicious and savage man. He lived alone in a remote place near a forest. There were no other houses in the surroundings. He was used to go to the town a long way away from his house and bought his required articles. His journey was once in a week. There was a large hill just opposite to his house, and on the opposite side of it there was a large cave. Conan spent most of a day in that lonely cave doing some evil cult to please the evil spirits. His only aim in life was to become immortal. For that purpose, he had already sacrificed 99 human heads in a sacrificial fire that was always kindled in the cave. Conan had to sacrifice one more head to complete his cult. The book of sorcery said that he had to offer 100 heads to the sacrificial fire to attain deathlessness. He was used to dedicate a head each, once in every week. Commonly, poor wayfarers were his victims. One day, a priest happened to come that way. He travelled along the foot of the hill, tiding over valleys and streams. At last, he reached the place where the cave was located. Anxiously, he entered the cave and was daunted by the horrible sight of scattered skulls around. He read the inscriptions seen on the cave walls. It read, 99 heads, one more. The priest got what the inscription meant, because he had read somewhere about an evil cult that might give immortality if 100 heads were dedicated in a sacrificial fire. He saw the raised mound for the sacrifice and still kindling fire. From the inscriptions, the priest realized who was behind all these deeds. He was sure that the Count would become a monster if he succeeded in the sorcery. So, he planned to annihilate all that Count's ideas. So thinking, the priest came out of the cave and went back to his abode. Next day, the priest again arrived at the cave, but he was very late. The Count had gone after submitting the 100th head to the sacrificial fire. The priest feared that at any time, anything might happen. He ran to the Count's house, but even there the priest was late because Count had died and his relatives from the town had buried him near a thicket and gone back. The priest listened to the mound of the grave and was amazed to see that there was no cross on it. The Count had written in his will that a cross should not be placed on his grave mound. It was getting dark, and the priest was well aware the fact that the Count could be resurrected when night fell. The only way of controlling the evil spirit of the Count was to place a cross on the grave mound. The priest ran to the mound with a cross in hand. Suddenly the sky was darkened and it started to blow heavy wind to the direction of the grave. In all the sense, the atmosphere became fearful, but the brave priest neared the grave very strenuously. About this time, there appeared a cleft on the mount, and there came out fumes through that cleavage. The priest sensed the imminent danger that the Count was going to come out in the form of a ghost, and he put up the cross on the mound without wasting much time. Suddenly, the atmosphere became very calm and quiet. At the same time, the cleavage on the mound was also disappeared. Thus, the priest saved the village from becoming the haunting place of a wicked, blood-sucking bat.